Okay guys, so I'm here on the back 10 out here in Naval Hill. If you haven't checked out the front 9 video yet, go ahead and check that down. I'm sitting at two down thus far. And I'm just kind of showing y'all what lines I'll be throwing for the 2020 Music City Open, and then what other lines are optional out here on the course. So hole 10 here is 335 feet. It's straight up the fairway, a lot of trees in the way, OB road on the left, thick woods on the right. So I'm only going to show you guys my play, just because I don't really think there's too much else to really show. You can play sidearm up the middle. You can go more aggressive on the line that I'm going to take with a higher speed disc. I'm just going to go with my Lucid X EMAC Truth. Play a hyzer on the right side, try to land in the middle, pitch up for my 3. I don't really think I'm ever birdieing this one consistently, so I'm just going to take my par, move on to the next couple of holes because they're birdie holes. So I'm going to take a hyzer on the right side and just try to get in the middle of the fairway. Alright, and that's pretty much perfect. That puts me in a great spot to just lay up for a 3. If I want, I can give it a long bit out of 2. I'm probably right around 60 feet. So, hey guys, so I put myself in a good spot. I probably have right at around maybe 65, 70 feet to go. So I can probably give this a little soft bit at it, but I think I'm just going to go hand hyzer through these trees. More than likely, I'm just going to be underneath the basket for a tap in par. So I could stretch out, go a little forehand or something, but I need to be a little bit more right to really give it a strong bid. Okay, so I didn't really give that the best layup. I'll go ahead and do that again. Just for practice, but either way, it'll be an easy par and we'll move on to hole 11. Okay guys, so I took a par on hole 10, so I'm still at 2 down. Hole 11 and hole 12 are 2 of the more birdieable holes on the course, definitely about back-to-back ones. This one plays about 275, 300 feet downhill. Basket's down to the right, elevated. So the attack play is a sidearm, the layup play is a backhand. I'm only going to demonstrate the sidearm because I really don't like the backhand play. Because I feel like if I hyzer it out, I could go OB into like the power plant or whatever is over there over that fence and that barbed wire. So I don't want to be down there, but the woods are definitely thick on the right, so you definitely have to push the sidearm flat and get all the way down to the bottom. So I'm going to take my Lucid X Trespass, just kind of like I threw on hole 4, hit it flat and let the hill carry it down to the basket. Okay, so I definitely got that a lot higher than I'd like. I think I'm a little bit short, but I probably have some type of putt from there. But definitely the play is to just release it flat and low and let the gravity of the hill just carry it down. But like I said, if you're a backhand dominant player, you can just throw a mid-range or a putter or whatever you want to, straight down the hill, pitch up for your 3 and get off it, no big trouble. So up to you on that play. Okay guys, so with that birdie on hole 11, that's one that I want to get pretty regularly. Again, I got kind of lucky at skipping down there and rolling down the hill even I think a little bit, but converted on that putt. So it's a good one to get. Hole 12 is probably one of the other signature holes on the course. It's about 250 feet, playing slightly uphill. As you can see, it's an elevated basket, so really you can throw whatever you want at it. You can throw sidearm, you can throw straight. I think the best play is a hyzer over these right bushes, because for one, you're going to be throwing a relatively overstable disc, so no matter what the wind is, you're probably throwing the same shot, which is why that's what I'm practicing, because I want to be able to do the same thing in the tournament no matter what the weather is. So for that shot, I'm going to go with my Fusion Raider, just on a slight hyzer over top of that. Hopefully put it close to this pin, because this basket is very elevated, and if you're down the hill at all, then it's making the putt twice as long as what it actually is. So hopefully, definitely want to get a birdie on this one. So I actually didn't fade out quite how I wanted to, but I'm in the bush, pretty darn close to the basket, so should have a pretty simple look at it. I'm not going to try the other plays because this is kind of out of my comfort forehand, and I want to go straight, but obviously, again, this is just kind of a stock shot. You can either go hyzer straight, forehand hyzer, whatever you want, just whatever you feel most comfortable with. So we're going to go see if I can convert on a birdie from that shot. So guys, I'm kind of depressed because it was a second shot, practice shot. But hole 12 out here at Naval Hill, I just smacked the ace with a Biofusion Page Pierce Defender. This is my second ace with it. So I mean, it's a practice shot ace, not the first, but still, I am freaking hyped right now. I just smacked that, and what was really cool, guys, is I was just talking to a guy on the tee who I let play in front of me, and he almost aced it right before me, and I just stepped up behind and just drilled this. So I'm walking up, and oh my gosh, I am right in the middle of the basket. Hold on, here we go, guys. I'm right in it. Let me get this out. So high. Look at this, guys. Freaking ace, baby, let's go. Okay, guys, well, I have some really exciting, but also some really sad news. Hole 12 there, I threw a Raider first off the tee. I don't think I actually recorded it because I was so excited, but I parked that right underneath the basket, had to tap in birdie. But then my second shot, I was like, maybe I should go one more stability. So I'm recording this practice round, but like before I was walking out the tee, walked back, I was like, man, I'm gonna try Defender. Stepped up to the hole, straight chain and aced it. I'm really kind of sad because it's not on video, but I'm also super excited because I aced. I believe that's the 15th ace that I've had, but that's probably one of the cooler ones. The guy who I let him play in front of me had actually almost aced it right before I teed off or threw on the hole, and he almost aced it. So lesson learned. I'm always going to record my shots when I'm out here doing stuff like this, but either way, it's an ace and I feel really amazing. So, but I'm on here to hole 13 now. This one's straight. It's straight and then it turns to the right. This one's probably around 350 feet. I'm throwing a turnover backhand and just going to try to get it up there. This is kind of a bonus too for me. You can definitely throw a forehand, and if you just want to play safe, you can throw dead straight and then just pitch up to the basket. But I want to try to get this turnover with my VIP Destiny and try to get a putt out of two here. Wow, guys, played this hole a few times. Somehow I just about stepped up and aced that one too. I should be right underneath the basket, so let's go check that one out. Okay, guys, so I didn't almost ace it. I'm right at around 25 or so feet short, but I'm happy with just having a birdie putt on this hole. So. Guys, feeling pretty good after that. Acing, even though it was my second shot, so comment down here in the comments below whether a second shot is an ace. I consider it a practice ace, not a first shot ace, but still feels pretty good. Birdieing hole 13, that puts me at 5 down, I believe, on the round. No, 4 down, I think. So, feeling pretty good. On to hole 14. Okay, guys, so I actually was right with that putt. That puts me at 5 down for the round, so I would be happy with this round every single time I ever played this course. Hole 14 here is probably, we're entering a couple of the most difficult holes on the course. This one's 450 feet straight in front of me. There's the fence off here to the right that plays as OB, and then you have the hill up on the left. My play is to just throw a hyzer flip up Destiny, try to get as far as I can and just land it up on the hill left, then throw a sidearm harp or something into the green. I'm pretty much never going to take a 2 on this one because it's just out of my range. But again, there's not really much to demonstrate on here. You can throw a sidearm, but that does filter down to the right, so you got to be careful of that fence. But really anything backhand, straight, hyzer, whatever works for you best. So I'm just going to throw this out here, land up on the hill, and hopefully just be able to get up and down for my 3 pretty simply. Okay, so I did what I don't want to do, and I went into that tree. I didn't get enough hyzer on it. So if I got around that tree, I'd be really far, but that's not exactly what I want to do. I'll throw a second one. Throw another Destiny, a little bit more stable. I do have a little bit of a headwind, but try to put it out there in the better landing zone for you. Okay, so that was a really good shot. The wind is definitely playing more aggressive out there than I thought, so I might have to step up even a little bit in stability from there. But really, anywhere out there on that hill is a good spot to be. Okay guys, so this is definitely not where I want to be in the tournament, but it's not really that bad of a spot. It's actually a good place to be practicing in a practice round, because if you hit this tree, you're going to drop somewhere in here. Probably have around 220 feet to the pin, so I have a little bit uphill. I just don't want to be overriding these woods, so I'm going to go with my verdict because it's nice and overstable. Hopefully just play into that hill and put it right next to the pin. Be able to still get off this hole with 3. Wow guys, almost threw that in for a 2. This round has just got all kinds of cool shots going on in it, even though they're not all on camera. But still, that should be a tap in 3, and we'll get on to probably the most difficult hole on the course, I think. Okay guys, so I threw a nice approach. To be honest, I'm not really worried about being down there where I was. I thought it'd be worse, but it's a pretty stock routine upshot from there, so you can tap that in for my par. Not really gaining much, not really losing much on this hole, just trying to stay with the pack. Now we'll move into hole 15. This is the only par 4 on the course, and definitely a 4 on it will feel great, so let's head on over there. Okay guys, hole 15 again is the only par 4 on the course. It's about 646 feet. Pretty much the deepest tree that's really bushy in the far distance, where the basket's at. It's a long ways. Your first goal is to just get past these initial trees, hopefully get over the hill. If the grass is dry, because I like being on top of the hill, that way I'm throwing a downhill approach, I will probably throw the roller. I don't know about today because it's been raining a lot here, so the grass is pretty wet. So for today, I'm just going to go with a flat destiny shot. Just try to get it right underneath this ceiling, see how far that crests, but I'm also going to throw the roller and see how that turns out. So still sitting at 5 down for my first shot, so I'm feeling pretty darn good about this. Guys, well that got really sneaky. I'm going right side of the tree. That would not be my play, but it worked out. So that was my first shot. My second, I would try a roller with my roller destiny. So I don't know, we'll see how this goes. I didn't get that nearly turned up enough, but the grass is just eating them right now. So really, I mean, your play is to go as far straight and get distance on it. I think up high is better because then you're throwing downhill, which makes the shot a lot shorter. But whatever your play is to get distance is what you want to throw in this hole. Okay guys, well, because I missed that tree, I got in pretty much the exact landing zone that I would want to be. I'm even in the one flat spot on this hill. So I probably only have about another 300, 330 feet to the basket. And I'm playing slightly downhill, so I'm gonna just throw a pretty new Biofusion Convict flat with a little bit of hyzer. And actually, you know, I'm gonna step up to a trespass. Just because from here, I'd much rather go deep than I would come up short. So I'm just gonna hit this flat, try to get carry to the basket. This would definitely, it's a birdieable hole if you get the distance off the tee. But if you don't, for rec level players, 4 is gonna feel good pretty much most of the time. Oh yeah. That landed pretty much right underneath the basket, so that feels pretty good. Okay guys, so ideally I skipped right next to the basket. I was really hoping I'd stick next to it, have a tap in, but either way, I'm back here for about a 25-foot look at birdie, so I'll take that any day on hole 15. Barely. Well, you make the first ones, guys. Honestly, for any of you watching this before the MCO, if you're playing this course, big recommendation, you always want to be confident in your 25, 30-foot putts, but to convert on birdies out here, more than likely, you're going to need to be able to hit 25 to 30 footers. So for this tournament, get out in your practice baskets, go out to your local course, get some practice putts in, because that's how you're going to convert on this course. Moving on to hole 16. Okay guys, so I just converted for a birdie on hole 15. So that's feeling really good. Hole 16 is 380 feet downhill. You have these trees to play with in the middle. If you like a forehand, you can go forehand up this middle gap between the two main trees. Put it up there. If you're a backhand player like me and want to attack this for a birdie, you can go spike hyzer, but the trees down there by the basket are pretty good guardians. They really eat up everything that tries to go through them. So I'm going to try to go underneath this tree in the middle on the right. Try to go underneath it and skip up towards the basket. So I'm just going to be throwing a low hyzer with my Destiny and just rely on the glide. Okay, so I think that's the line. I just need to throw one more stable of a disc. So I'm going to go up to my Raider, try to throw that same shot. I'll count that one, but let's see if this one gets a little bit closer to the basket. Gotta keep it low. That went wider around the tree. Still worked pretty. Okay guys, this first shot of mine, a little bit farther than what I'd like to be. Still have a very makeable circle 2 putt. My Raider, the one that I threw on the second that I hung a little bit wider, it skipped up to right around probably 30 feet. So this one's probably at about 50, so let's try to put this in. Put that in. Let's try a second one. Let's put that one in too, but those will be tap-ins and we'll move on to hole 17. Okay guys, so I just got a par on hole 16 there. Hole 17 is probably one of the easiest ones on the course. We do have a OB road. This is the road that comes into the park. It places OB on it or to the left and deep in the basket as well. So the basket's around 200 and probably 50, 60 feet straight in front of me, slightly uphill. The forehand is definitely the play. I will show the backhand play, but I really think that's significantly more technical. But I'd like to get an ace on video, and I think I hit the chains the last time I was out here, and then I pegged the pole. So I don't know, is it possible? Can I stack another ace on this round? If I do, I want some likes on this video. I really didn't think going deep with this basket was a concern of mine, but that should be a pretty simple birdie. I'm going to throw one more sidearm. This is the fender that I just aced with earlier, so actually I guess we can see if I can stack with this disc. Nope. Okay, that's not good at all. You don't want to be up there throwing sidearm. So I think you can go wide hyzer around this or a turnover backhand, so I'll show you both of those. For the wide hyzer, let's see, I'd probably go with my Sergeant. Okay. Well, it's right next to the basket, so obviously I can't execute that shot, but I take the sidearm any day. I don't have to worry about accidentally early releasing and going straight OB. Here's the turnover. Never mind, that's not a turnover. That's OB. Hold on, let me throw a bounty. Okay guys, hole 17, this would be the turnover, hopefully. Okay guys, well, obviously the turnover isn't my play, but you can clearly see you got all this room to work with. So if you're a turnover player, don't worry too much. This should be a pretty routine hole for you still. Okay guys, so that was my first shot. Got the birdie on about a 25-foot putt there. So that feels really good. That puts me at 7 down. The wide spike hyzer came up about 20 foot short, so that would have been good. Turnovers did not go well. Hole 17 you definitely want to get. Honestly guys, I'm playing this course about as good as I could ever imagine me playing it. So I'm not really expecting this in the tournament, but I had told one of my buddies, actually the day here that I'm filming this anyways, that I figured for the first round for rec, I mean a really, really good score would be 5 or so down, and I'm at 7 down, so I'm gonna try to be that one that's beating the 5 down. So we'll see going into hole 18, it is birdieable, but there's definitely multiple plays on that hole, so I'll go ahead and show you what those are. Guys, so I'm on here to hole 18. Thanks for tuning into this video. I hope it's helpful to you guys. It's actually very helpful to me when I'm doing some of my practice rounds to film, because then when I'm putting these videos together, I get to see how I threw. So I'm actually really happy about it. Again, I'm having a great round. I kind of doubt I'm going to do this in the tournament, but you know, I'm confident, so we'll see how things go. Hole 18 is in the B position. It's about 280 feet, playing fairly uphill, so I'd say we're looking more at around 320-ish or so, but a very difficult line. Really, I think the best play to try to get a birdie on it is a hyzer flip. Right now I don't have really a favorable wind for that, but I'm going to try it anyways. Straight up the middle here, so a couple other plays. You have a forehand flex line around this biggest tree in the middle. You could go wide spike or wide push hyzer. That might get you a long circle to look, but I think the park you just got to go straight up the middle. So we're gonna try kind of these 3 different plays, show you all how it looks, and then we'll get this round finished up. I'll hit something. Well, I didn't throw an understable enough disc. But that was the straight up the middle play, but that'll still be a pretty simple pitch up for a 3 to finish the round out. I'll show you this wider kind of push hyzer. There's a lot of trees in the way, so I think this is kind of dangerous, but if you feel comfortable with this shot, it might be best for you. Okay, I hit like first available, so that's the danger in that one. Now I'll try the forehand flex line. I'm actually going to go with this same defender that I aced with earlier. You're not really parking the hole with this unless you have a balm of a flex, but you can get this one up there past all the trees usually. I honestly think that's more than likely going to be my play, because I think I can most consistently hit that line, but we'll check those out and see how they look. Okay guys, well I actually just parked the short pin, so wouldn't be too bad at all. From here I would normally just jump putt up, but how this round is going, I'm going to give it a little flick ace run. I'm probably about 100 feet out, a little bit uphill, so it's pretty far for a jump putt to make it, so I'm going to try to throw this in. It's a little bit high on it. We'll go tap that in, head to the outro. My par. Alright guys, so that finishes the round for me at 7 down. So that was my practice round out here in Naval Hill or Shelby Park for the 2020 Music City Open. I hope this video was helpful to you guys. If you are watching this back nine, you haven't checked out the front nine yet, it'll be right up here on your screen somewhere. So if you want to check that out, going ahead. I'm really hoping to do well at this tournament, so if you guys see me out here or anything, if you're playing, go ahead and hit me up. I'd be happy to talk to you and everything. So if you guys like this video, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button, turn on bell notifications, and if you have any thoughts on this video, go ahead and drop them down in the comments. I always try to respond to all those, so look forward to those, and we'll see y'all in the next video.